Greetings, everybody. Welcome. It is week 10, and we are working on the formal analytical report. By now, hopefully, you have submitted your topic proposal. I am going to be out of town the weekend that those were due. So I will get them back to you as soon as possible so that you can really get started. But I would assume that whatever you have thought about is probably going to work. So you can go ahead and get busy doing the research and stuff. If we need to tweak the topic, well, we'll do that. But go ahead and proceed. Don't wait for the grade on it necessarily, but I will get those back to you as soon as I can. Okay. All right. So this week we are, like I said, in week 10, and I'm going to start with the syllabus as we usually do, so that we can get the kind of overview of what's coming up. The formal analytical report itself is the biggest assignment that we're doing, but we do have one other writing project that we're going to do in the meantime, which is the job application materials. So we're going to do essentially a resume and a cover letter. So next week, in week 11, you're going to go ahead and start reading about that. Just kind of as a heads up of what's coming. So there's a couple of things that are sort of going to overlap here towards the end, but right now your primary goal is to work on the analytical report. In the Canvas, in the module, you're going to have that assignment guide, and you do have a discussion board to do this week about revision. And so we'll take a look at that, but you can kind of go ahead and preview the last few weeks, what's going on. We're getting closer and closer and closer to the end. So time will continue to fly and probably feel like it is definitely speeding up over the next few weeks. But let's take a look at week 10 specifically, so that you can target what's going on this week. Like I said, it's mostly on you, because this is when you are really digging into your topic and working on your research. So there's no new reading assignments in the textbook, but of course there's a link to the textbook. So if you want to go back in and review the materials that we've already looked at in terms of technical writing and that stuff, it is right there for you. In terms of other learning, you are going to be looking at the revision stuff. As I mentioned, you're going to read an article on revision from UNC Chapel Hill, and there is a revision checklist that you can utilize whenever you're editing and revising a project. And it's not specific to our class. And then there's a video on revision. The other thing I wanted to go ahead and give you this week is the information on the final portfolio, because of course, all those pieces that had previously been marked as drafts are going to eventually make it into the final portfolio as well. So you can take a look at that. But basically what you're going to be working on this week is continuing to work on your formal analytical report. With revision, you will come in here and do the discussion board. So in this discussion post, it's time to let your classmates and me know what you know and have learned about revision. So after you've taken a look at the materials, here's a list of things to get you started. What is it? How is revision different from editing or proofreading? Why do you think people don't spend enough time revising their work? What can we do to improve our revision skills? What are some techniques people can use? And what is your plan for revising those previous assignments? Because that's what's going to go into your final portfolio. Please write your post, of course, as usual, in essay form. And there is no technical requirement to respond to your classmates, but if you do, you can get those extra credit points at the end. So I think most people have definitely been doing that. So but that's what you're writing on this week. Continue working on the formal analytical report with the topic that you have in mind, gathering resources, that sort of stuff. I would immediately start a bibliography where you are keeping everything that you find. This is even more so than the technical pieces. a research-oriented report. So you do need to find some good, credible library sources that are related to your topic. So if you need help with it, let me know. I will be back in town on Tuesday. So, and recovering from vacation. So feel free to reach out if you do need help. And I will talk to you next Sunday, Monday, if I don't see you before then.